Good morning. It is Thursday, March the 19th, 2020. And this is Anton Dormer making a presentation for my Algebra 1 class, Kettering Middle School. And yesterday we talked about the steps in terms of simplifying radicals. I'm not going to go over it again. So now we are going to go and actually apply those particular principles. So again, if you're looking for the URL for this particular lecture, it's on the top of the page. And please excuse that my screen-o-matic didn't cover the entire screen, so some of the words are missing. But that's fine. You can always go to URL to find the entire web page. So we're going to look at example 1, and we are going to simplify 200, get the square root of 252 and simplify it. And so again, the step 1 is to find the prime factorization of the number inside the radical. So again, if you have the square root, so the square okay, square root of 252, okay, so I have 252 here, 252, center this. So again, that will be 2 times, and that goes into that, let's see, 126. Okay. Then you can also factor that again. That comes out to 2 times 2 going into 12 6 times, and into 6 3 times. Make sure my math is correct. Yes. 4, yep. And then the next one will be 3. Okay. And that will be 21. And then that can continue to be broken down. So 3 times 7. Okay. So if you look here, I have my factors of 2, 2, 3, 3, 7. And you can see that here, 2, 2, 3, 3, 7. Okay, so what's the next step? Well, determine the index of the radical. In this case, the index is 2 because it is a square root, which means we need 2 of the kind. So we have 2 of the kind of 2 times 2, 2 of the kinds of 3 times 3. We can now get the square root of 4, okay, and the square root of 9. And square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 9 is 3. Multiply those together. We can't do anything with this. You end up with a square root of 7. So the answer is 6 square root of 7. So what do you do when you have something like this? You have a cube root here. You have 405 times x to the 6, y to the 4. Okay, let me get myself a square root symbol. Square root symbol. And all I'm doing when I look for my square root symbol is just get, yep, here's my square root symbol here. And I'll use that to cut and paste into my Word document. Okay, so what I have here is the square root of 405. How do I go and break that down? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, I'm going to remove this here, and I have the square root of 405. 405. Okay, let me make sure that that's correct. Yep, 405. Oh, actually, it's a cube root. So I need a cube root symbol. Okay, so I have the cube root of 405. Okay, so how would I go about breaking this down? Okay, so I have 405. So now what I need to do is to find first factorization. So it can't be 2. So what would it be? Well, let's take a look at what they have over here. So the first one will be 3. Okay, so it would be 3 times what? Well, 3 goes into 4 1 times. So you have the 1. 3 go into 10 3 times. And you go into 15 5 times. Okay, and then this could be broken down again. So what is next? Well, let's take a look. Here we have another 3. Okay, so we have 3, and 3 can go into 13 4 times, and then 3 goes into 15 5 times. And we have another 3. Okay, so 3 going to 45, 3 going to 4 1 time, 3 going to 15 5 times, and then we have another 3. We have 3 square root, times 5. Okay, and that's all we can go. But notice that we have 3 3's here. Okay, that we can break down. And so this would be the square root of 3 and the square root of 5, which would be the square root of 15. But then we could break this down. So let's continue to take a look of how that is done. So you have 3 times 3 times 3 times 5. But then you also have x to the 6, which is located here. What will you do? You have x times x times x times x times x times x. And then you have y to the 4. What would you do? You have y to the 4, y times y times y times y. So if you have this here, okay, notice how they broke this down. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 5. You have 3 of these, okay? You have 3 of these and 3 of these. You have 3 of these and 3 of these. Now you can break this down. So this is 3 times 3 times 3. Is 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. The cube root of 27 is 3. And that's what you find over here. Okay, and you can't do anything with this. You can't do everything with that. So that goes under the square root. Here you have 3 3's here of x and 3 of x over here. So the cube root of x will be x3 will be x. The cube root of x3 will be x. Okay, here you have only 3 y's, but you don't have anything here. So the cube root of y cubed will be y. So what you have here is now 3 times 5, which you got from here, times y. So 3 times 5 is 15, and you have y over here. Here you have 3, okay, and so you bring this down here. X times x is s cubed, and then you have y that's over here. So you have 3x 2y cube root of 15y. So this is the simplified version of this cube root. Okay, so what I want you to do now is click on the practice problems. Okay, and I want you to go ahead and complete these problems. Okay, and I want you to show me how you went about doing it. And the way that I want you to show me is how you see it over here. Okay, so you're not just looking for the answers. I need to know how you get the answers. Okay, so this will be your assignment. I'm going to put it up on Google Classroom so that you can show me how it's done. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye.